Welcome to another episode of Discover St. Cloud, Florida. I'm Kristin Macari, and I'm here with your host,
Jeanine Corcoran, broker for the Corcoran Connection, a real estate company. I always forget to say that. Someone said, what is that?
Right. What is the Corcoran Connection? Well, okay, so Discover St. Cloud. It is the new year, and I have to tell you that one of our family's resolutions is to stop eating fast food so much, because we'll spend $60 going through Chick-fil-A and no big deal. And so I was joking with Q and I said, does that mean that we just can't eat fast food, or can we just go, flip the script and go support local restaurants? So tell me some of your favorite local restaurants in St. Cloud, Florida. I know we did this once before, but I mean, St. Cloud has a lot of really good mom and pop restaurants.
Yeah. So we always like to name the mom and pops, and we gave the top three last time.
Right. Our favorites last time.
Yeah. And we had almost the same ones. We had La Bella Napoli, which is an Italian place. So good.
Yeah.
Favorite dish there was eggplant. We have Phyre. We go to a lot. And they always have sea bass. They have all kinds of different kinds of meals that you can get. And then the third one,
the cup for breakfast.
Oh yeah, the cup for breakfast. Yeah. That's your typical your diner. You got to go there.
Right.
And they are so fast. They turn and burn.
Yeah.
It's all local, and they have great food.
Yeah.
But so we talked about this once before. I am not a vegetarian, but I'm a pescatarian. So and I don't like to eat fish every day because I don't think that's good either. So I like to try different veggie dishes at different restaurants. So I thought that might be a good spin on it, because we actually had a comment on our YouTube who was watching the Discover St. Cloud and actually asked a question. They said, I would like to know what Jeanine's favorite restaurants to go to for veggie. For veggies.
Right, meatless options.
Meatless option. Thank you.
Yes.
Meatless options. That's a good one. Anyway, it's the end of the day. It's long.
Yeah.
And so one of the places I love to go to is, hopefully I say this right. I always say Mizu, teppanyaki, and sushi. I just say Mizu. How do you say it?
Well, okay, so I don't know. So I always thought it was Mizu.
Yeah.
But Olivia, my youngest, first of all, they know her by name. They know her order when we call in an order. They know her. They'll walk in and they see her coming and they get all the yum yum sauce for her.
Oh, yes.
Okay. But so she calls it Mizu. She has a hard Z, Mizu. It's almost like meat, with a T, but it's not.
I hear T.
Right. So
there's
anyway,
no T. It's Mizu.
Regardless, really good.
And if you all know how to say it, please let us know.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a debate.
Type on YouTube phonetically if you want.
Right. It's kind of like that Chipotle debate, and I'm oh no, the L is after the T. It's Chipotle. But
is it?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
How do you say it?
Chipotle.
No. It's Chipotle.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
But so there's definitely different ways to say it. But anyway.
So when you go to Mizu.
Yes. Mizu. Mm-hmm.
You can either sit at the hibachi, which is great. Love that.
It's always a fun time.
Yeah. Or you could just sit at a table and eat there too. And I am a sashimi lover. Absolutely love sashimi. My favorite raw fish is tuna, salmon. I can go down the list, but I don't think there's any that I don't eat, even eel. I mean, it's so good. I just love it.
Yeah.
But
that's all you.
Yeah, that's all
me. That is 100%. So just for the record, I
don't eat fish.
I at all. I mean, what do you call the opposite of a pescatarian? I legit do not eat fish. I think I've only ever eaten really ever in my life tuna fish out of a can, and even that is maybe once a year I'll do that.
That doesn't really qualify for fish,
does it? I don't know,
folks. What do you think? I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm not eating
I'm
seafood.
going to give you some veggie options. So
but what do I want the veggies for? Give me meat.
The miso soup is my favorite soup.
Is that the one that they give you as the appetizer with the? Mm-hmm. It's the brown
it's not
broth.
The clear,
it's not the clear soup. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's Olivia's favorite too. Miso soup, love that. Soybean paste with seafood, bean, curd, and scallion. They had little scallions floating around.
Sounds delicious.
It's delicious. That's my favorite go-to. Okay, favorite go-to salad. Seaweed salad. I love seaweed salad. It's so good. You take it with chopsticks. It's so good. I don't know what it is.
I think this episode is going to be all about the things that Jeanine loves to eat and I absolutely hate.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
that's
no
true.
thank you to all of this.
That's true. And then as far as hibachi, I love doing the vegetable hibachi, So once in a while I'll throw in fish, but most of the time I just do the veggies. So that's my favorite for this. What's your favorite there?
Oh, boy. I don't know. I always get hibachi. Because the hibachi is good. You get like noodles, you get like fried rice.
Don't you love
get
the salad? The ginger dressing?
The ginger dressing is great. The soup, the clear soup, which I love. In fact, anytime Olivia comes down with anything, I'm like, oh, I'll go down to Mizu and get you some soup. And then I get a big one just for me. But all of it's good. But I love hibachi, and it just depends on the mood that I'm in. Sometimes I'll get the steak, sometimes I'll get the chicken, sometimes I'll get them both, because you can get both of them. It's really delicious. Really delicious.
For those folks listening, I'm like sticking my finger down my throat right now.
It's so good. But listen, Q loves the sushi there too.
Wait. There's a difference between sushi and sashimi. Do you like sushi or sashimi?
Sushi.
With the rice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do like the spicy tuna roll. That's delicious.
Yeah.
But
he always gets something different when we're there. He's like, I think I'm going to try this time. And I'm like, that sounds good. You should eat seafood out places because I'm never going to cook it for you.
Oh, that's so funny. Let me give you the actual address. 4043 13th Street, which is 192 in St. Cloud, 34769 next to CF Fitness. It's a big plaza.
CF Fitness and Gators Dockside.
Planet Smoothie.
Yep. La Bella Napoli.
Yeah, our favorite restaurant.
If you've checked that out, you can go across the street. But it's really, really good. I really enjoy it.
Scrubs is there.
Yep, Scrubs is there.
Scrubs is nursing. Well, not nursing, but
Scrubs.
Medical scrubs.
Scrubs. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but yeah. So that's a great place. We love going there. I like to say that we save it for special occasions, but really it's just whenever Olivia twists our arm and says, can we go to Mizu? Because that's her favorite. That is her favorite place. And they know her.
I might get that for dinner tonight. Don't they? There's some kind of place you call to order. My friend was telling me, Kim calls, you can DoorDash or something and they deliver.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know they came out to us now.
Oh, you do?
Don't tell the girls
it's not the restaurant.
Right. It's like the third party.
Service. Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Very good to know. Yeah, I don't know how it works. Actually, don't tell me that because then we won't.
I'm sitting here and I'm hungry. I'm like, oh, that would be good. Getting some
really delicious.
Getting some of that tonight. But okay, so let's see what else I have here. So our next one is 10th Street Produce and Deli, and they expanded their store.
Did they? I haven't been down there since they expanded. Where did they? Which way did they go?
Inward.
So back closer to Phyre.
No, the other way.
Okay.
10th.
Okay.
Right?
To the
around
left.
The corner, yeah.
If you're looking
instead of down New York, they went
left.
10th. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So that's kind of neat. And Adam, the owner, and he's a great guy. Known him for many years, but Hannah and I eat there a lot. They're located right on New York Avenue, which is Main Street in St. Cloud, 920 New York Avenue. Just the food is so good. I love their they make such a good broccoli salad.
How'd I know?
Well, you have to say hold the bacon.
Yeah.
But I usually order a veggie, either a wrap or a sandwich, mostly a veggie wrap, and it's just so good. It just drips when you have that sandwich that just drips, the mayonnaise is wet. I don't know. It's real watery. I guess it's from the veggies.
Right.
It's you're eating it and wrapping around paper and it's dripping down your arm. It's
it's
so good. It's like having a slice of pizza that's oily.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. But it's so good. And I love when they have red peppers because I love red peppers versus green peppers. I'll eat green peppers. But,
right. Well, the red peppers are sweeter. They taste better. Yeah. 100%.
I'm really, really hungry.
Apparently. So this was a really good episode to record tonight. I made her wait till the end of the day, which we usually do this first thing in the morning. And, so now she's hungry. Really hungry and we're talking about food. This is not a good time for Bill. Bill, get the car ready.
I got to find out how do I get that company DoorDash or whatever it's called to come to the house. I think I'll order some. I don't know where to order from.
Yeah.
But what do you like there?
Oh, any of their sandwiches. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for, but I'll get a really good sandwich from them for lunch. It's just a really good deli, like a real deli, not like a deli in a supermarket, but like a deli.
It's well, we, coming from the Northeast, delis growing up for me, was a thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just a butcher and slicing your meat and
right.
The
so
mayonnaise
good.
and all that fatty stuff.
It's so bad, but so good.
Especially when you're hungry.
Yeah.
But no, if you haven't gone to 10th Street.
And their produce, it's in the name, but they also have really good fresh produce.
Oh, they do.
In the store.
And what's cool is like how I grew up. It's like these really high wooden.
Like risers, right?
Yeah,
like
risers.
things?
And then they have baskets with just open fruit. They're not, you're not getting the little plastic bag like in Publix and putting your fruit in them. That's not how it works. You come up with your fruit. Kind of reminds me of whenever you go to Europe and things like that. It's one thing I noticed that when you go into these little stores, we're so spoiled here with, let's grab a plastic bag and put our fruit in here.
Right.
You don't get that. You get your little basket and you put your fruit in it and it gets on the counter. Your fruit's there on the counter. There's no like...
You put it in your canvas bag to take home,
So he has some good stuff there.
Yeah.
And, they do the, once a week they have lobster rolls. Which
Yes, we love doing that. I think it's on Fridays, right? They do them on Fridays, I think. And Q, I love it when like it pops up on Facebook and it reminds me. And I'll say to Q, I'll be like, hey, you want to go get some lunch? Anything
now,
to get
will
him
you
seafood?
eat that?
No, God, no.
Oh, okay.
I still won't, but he really loves it. So anytime I can like give him a little bit of seafood. So like,
She's living through you vicariously.
I am.
Watching you eat the lobster roll.
Do you remember that? I was pregnant with, I want to say Olivia. And, I had the weirdest craving for lobster. Like I could not stop thinking about lobster. All I dreamt about was lobster. I'd never had lobster in my life. And so one of the guys that I worked with at the sales office actually offered to, if I drove and got it, he ordered Red Lobster. So we went out and I got Red Lobster and I came back and I had like one bite of it. I thought it was gross, but like I finally felt satisfied. From eating the lobster. And I was like...
So Olivia
wanted the lobster, which is funny because I don't think she really eats fish.
Seafood.
But
I have a story about Olivia lobster because I was dating Bill at the time. And what are the lobster names from Aunt Barb's?
Oh, Cousin's Maine.
Cousin's Maine lobster. So my sister, it was a year or two after she did that, she mailed live lobsters to us. And that the box said perishable. Did I tell the story?
I don't know. Not on the podcast.
Okay. So I was just making sure because we talked about restaurants once before. But anyhow, make a long story short, the box came, said perishable. I was dating Bill and he came to the house and he's like, oh, so you got boxes over there. And I was like, hey, yeah, they came today. He goes, so you know what perishable means? And I was like, yeah, like, I'm just thinking flowers. I wasn't even thinking. Right. I opened it up. There were live lobsters.
Oh my gosh.
Shipped from Maine.
Right.
So anyway, so the next night I decided to cook and I invited Olivia and Rachel and they came and I cooked these lobsters. By the way, Bill loves lobsters and no longer liked lobster because he actually saw me kill the lobster, cook it.
Right.
And old Olivia kept saying, I want some more of that meat, Mima. I didn't tell her. I said, oh, sure, have some more. She's like, yeah, that meat's good. That chicken's good. I was like, yeah.
That good chicken.
Which was so funny because Rachel helped me. I have pictures of Rachel like helping me.
Right. Yeah. And Rachel's allergic to shellfish, by the way. I don't know if you know this.
I don't know that.
Yeah. She's allergic to shellfish. So, but anyway, she survived. She didn't eat it. So, anyway, but apparently, so Olivia does like lobster. I should tell her that and maybe offer for her to have some.
Yeah. Maybe she'll have some lobster roll with you from 10th Street.
She'll go with you. Yeah.
Well, that's good. So I talked about my veggie sandwich. Yeah. Have you ever gone to the Silver Lining Cafe?
We've gone together.
Oh, that's right.
You've taken me.
Yes. Okay. That's the only time you've gone.
I think so.
Well, what'd you think?
It was really delicious. I don't even remember what I had, but I remember thinking it was really delicious. And I said to myself, we should come here more. And then that was it.
Oh, okay. So it's on 4533. Yep. Old Canoe Creek Road, not far from busy 192 Walmart area.
Right across from St. Cloud PD, right? Mm-hmm. In that plaza?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Small little plaza. And mom and pop, husband and wife, you feel like you're in someone's kitchen. Yeah. They make everything fresh every day. Super, super fresh. So they have a lot of specials. I love their quiches. And they'll do different dishes, and they always have something vegetarian. But my go-to is definitely the quiches. And what's so neat is the way they present them. Like, you're sitting in this small cafe. You feel like you're in a mom and pop kitchen because the tables are like they're just mishmash, like from the 50s, from the 70s, different chairs. And then the dishes that come out, they're all different.
Right.
It's almost like something Lauren.
It would so be Lauren
Right?
in her second life, or in her second
You
act
go
later
up
in life.
and make your own. They have a container of water, and they have lemon and a little. You put it in your glass, or
Right.
you have tea, and they make fresh soup. And but my favorite is the spinach and cheese quiche.
Yeah.
So good.
And I think that's what I had, actually. I don't know if it was spinach and cheese, but I do remember having a quiche. Now that you say it, I remember eating quiche there, and it was really, really good. So,
yeah. and
really good food.
I was surprised when I was looking online tonight that they were open to 11. That's another place I could order from.
Look at that.
I'm just going to order from all of them, see how that works.
Right.
We got 20 orders from St. Cloud.
Right, exactly. But that's really good. Yeah, so that's a great little mom and pop place. And I don't have any recommendations there because I don't go enough to say, hey, on the flip side, you meat lovers,
Right,
you
right,
non-veggie
right.
eaters. But the quiche was really good. I do remember
Yeah,
that.
and no, they have other dishes,
yeah.
but and they always have a special, but they always have plenty for the vegetarian out there.
Right.
I don't think I've ever had any fish there, but my go-to is always going to the quiches for sure.
Yeah.
And I just love the atmosphere. It's a very girly place. Like,
It
whenever
is.
I go there, I don't.
It's almost like, it reminds me of like a tea room
Yes.
without the teacups. Well, I mean, do they have teacups with your tea? I don't know. But anyway.
Probably
you know,
hot tea. Yeah.
Right. So, and that, I mean, listen, you've been here for many, many, many years in St. Cloud, in Central Florida in general. And, while we might not have a vegan or vegetarian specific restaurant in St. Cloud, like, there are definitely options at all the different
All
great
the time.
restaurants.
Yeah.
And they're really good at.
And that's what I always tell Bill whenever we're going out. He's like, oh, well, I don't know if there's anything there for you. It's like, I'm the least person to worry about. Every restaurant has salad.
Right.
You know what I mean?
can
I
find
could go
something.
to Caesar or a plain salad, like, no problem. Every
Right.
restaurant almost has fish if I decide to have fish. Like, I really don't think it's a problem
Right.
to be a vegetarian
Right. Or pescatarian.
or a pescatarian.
Yep.
Vegan, you have to leave out the cheese and the animal products. And I really don't eat a lot of that, but I'll eat it.
Right. And there is Bolé right in Lake Nona, right?
Yeah,
That
that's
they're
not too
vegan.
far,
Are they
yeah.
vegan? Or are they like vegetarian / vegan? Like, can you
I
get
don't know.
vegan?
That's a good question. I don't know if they're vegan. Look that
I'm gonna
up.
look that
But,
up.
They definitely. I feel like they are though. They have some good food there. There's really some good meals to choose from there, and that's really not that far. So St. Cloud is just south of Lake Nona.
Right.
It's off in our Cusi Road. It runs through St. Cloud, but it also, you go north and it goes through Lake Nona, and then when you get to Lake Nona, there's just tons and tons of restaurants for
Right.
sure. Lots to choose from. So Bolé is definitely one that we always stop to when we're up there.
Right.
Even like places like Chipotle.
Chipotle.
They have tofu.
Right.
So
Right.
you could do the whole, so I usually do bed of lettuce, the whole 9 yards. I
Right.
do the beans, and then I add the tofu.
Yeah.
I forget, they have a special name for that. I forget what that's called, but
Yeah. It's not.
it's so good, so spicy.
I don't know why I can't. I just drew a
Because
blank.
it's the end of the
It is.
end of the day. It's hard to think.
Totally is. And by the way, Bolé, they do have a vegan miso tofu. So,
Okay.
kale, herb roasted potatoes, ginger broccoli, glazed tofu,
thought
and
so.
cilantro. So that's definitely, and that's not far at all. I mean, it's
And
basically
that's not
St.
a mom
Cloud.
and pop though.
No, it's not. But there's options if you are vegan.
Right, and apparently there's these services that you can call up if you don't feel like driving there, and they bring it to your house, no matter where you live. I'm gonna try that tonight. I wonder if it's an app.
Yep, there is. DoorDash is an app. Uber Eats, all those. I just didn't know that they came out here yet. Because I
Yeah.
know a lot of time we live in Harmony, and for whatever reason,
Which is part of St. Cloud.
right, and at 34771, which is like the high school across the street, or Bay Lake Ranch, which is like right down the road, they can get delivery. But you put in 34773, and even though we're in arm's reach from them, we can't get delivery for things. So that's good to know that they are coming out here now. You know, that's definitely new. Because I remember when Instacart was a new thing for like everybody else, it would stop at Old Melbourne Highway and it wouldn't come out
did
this
it?
far. Yeah, but it does now. So it's only a matter of time. But
And Instacart is only for Publix?
it's for grocery stores.
Oh, it's for
so you
grocery
pick
stores. Okay.
any of the grocery stores and you order and they go shop for you. So that's a really cool thing. Like we did that, I think when we had an illness in the house, you know, earlier last year in 2020, and we were able to Instacart all of our groceries so that way we didn't have to go out and kind of worry about getting people sick and all that good stuff. So yeah. But that's exciting. I know. Now I'm getting really hungry too. What's
I
for
am
dinner,
starving,
Q?
Yeah. You know, this is in the perfect world. Like this is where like Q comes over here then and serves us dinner.
Right. or
And you'd be like, here's your fish.
right.
And here's your burger.
Right. Somebody call Adam really quick from 10th Street and ask him if we can
Adam.
have a lobster roll for Janine, and I'll take
I'll
take an
lobster
Italian
roll.
hoagie. Like so good. I'm all about that. So
That's good. So.
But yeah, so anyway, so great places to try. Thank you for adding in the vegetarian / meatless options.
Meatless options.
For everybody. And if you guys have any other questions or you have any other suggestions, are there restaurants that we haven't mentioned yet in St. Cloud that you just absolutely love that has great food and particularly meatless options? We'd love to hear from you. Let us know in the comments below. You can find us on YouTube, on all your favorite platforms for podcasts. Go ahead and make sure to rate, review, and subscribe. And thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.
See you next one.